Hey, what's up, jabronis? My name's Meg, and I like to build things from movies and TV and The Sims. Today, I am building the loft from New Girl. This was a request in one of the comments of my other videos, and so let me know in the comments here if you'd like to see something else. We're building here in San Myshuno from the City Living Pack. This is in the Spice Market neighborhood. Where the bar is originally in the game. And so this building, the exterior shots are shot at an actual location in Los Angeles called the Binford Building. And I'm going to be basing the floor plan, like the bedroom situations and all of that, on season 1-ish, but after Coach leaves and when Winston's around. It was so hard and impossible, I guess, to find the right style and color for the windows and doors, because they're this really cute blue. And so most of them are not quite right, but I ended up using these ones from Spa Day. They're a darker blue than I want them to be, but they're close enough. And so here in the entrance, I did also end up using the tool mod and a shelf to add a little wheelchair ramp off to the side there. You'll see it in the tour, but it's really just for aesthetics in The Sims since there are not functional wheelchairs or ramps or lifts. But finishing up with the Moschino stuff pack windows, which I freaking wish they just gave us a version of those where they're closed. All the windows in this build are open, except for on the first floor. So silly. But anyways. So working on getting that roof started up there. I do end up putting the whole rooftop deck up there. It's super cute at the end. And on the right side of the building, you'll see there's no windows. It's just graffiti. And so that's how it really is on the Binford building from what I saw in Google Maps. So that's how I did it in my build. And it works out all right, but obviously the floor plan doesn't support everybody having windows where they're supposed to be, so you'll see I've come up with some creative solutions for that, I think. Getting some balconies over on the side here. Going with those metal fences and metal flooring. Trying to make it look built in over there. And then now I'm just going to be placing just some filler furniture that I'm not going to end up using any of it. I'm just trying to figure out the floor plan and how big the building needs to be and all of that right now. So I'm working off this floor plan that I found on DeviantArt. I'll link that below. But it was super cute and super accurate. So I have started expanding the building for the first time. I'm going to have to do it a couple more times. And then I also do build out Mrs. Beverly's apartment across the hall. I do that. I like the Thanksgiving episode over the neighbors episode, just because we see more of Mrs. Beverly's apartment. So that's there. And so I made the building big enough for that. And here I'm placing these Cars by Lori Sims, just to again get the spacing right, because I wanted to have some cars parked over the side there, and so I'm trying to figure out how far over I can move this building. And then I just kind of bring it all the way in the back too in a minute here. Working on that huge bathroom, just filler furniture for now, just trying to figure out if everything fits. Making sure everybody's got closets. I do also build out the first floor of this building, which I just kind of wanted it to look like, I don't know, any other nice apartment building first floor. So there's like a common room with a TV and a little kitchenette and a bar area. I put a games table down there. There's also a big gym. There are a couple bathrooms, and I built like a little leasing office. But I tried to put plenty of things for Sims to do in this building for sure. The middle 2 floors, though, are like empty. I put like basic floor plans and like flooring and wallpaper. But that's it. I don't like furnish any of these other floors in between. And then there's like one more apartment in between like the loft I'm building and Mrs. Beverly's apartment. And that one I just put like some random stuff in just to fill it out and make it look less weird. But like in the middle 2 floors in my game, I just turned all the lights off, and I would do that in that random middle apartment as well. Oh yeah, I love that door. I think that's Hey Harry. So good with that like metal plate on the bottom. But like all the rest of the doors in the build, totally ignore those for a while. It takes me forever to settle on some doors, so I just have random ones placed everywhere. That blue door was a really nice color though. So I'm like trying to find that right color blue when I can and use it. There's a couple things. So yeah, I end up using these counters from Peacemaker. I do switch them out for the version with the white top though, just because I end up thinking it looks a little better. And the after playtesting in here, the kitchen did not work. So I was moving everything around, trying to figure it out forever, and figured out that they won't prepare things on the counters in here if there's a cabinet above the counter. So make that make sense, Sims. Anyways, so I had to move, so like I placed clutter next to the fridge. Here you'll see, but I end up having to move all of that to next to the microwave on that counter so that they can just use that counter with just shelving over it to cook on. So it does work, the version on the gallery. This is on the gallery, by the way, if you're interested. My username is TheMegstar. Obviously includes CC. But yeah, so it definitely all functions. I play tested the bathroom and the bedrooms and the laundry and the kitchen and everything, and the whole downstairs works. So should be good now. Yeah, I end up putting a lot more clutter in the kitchen. I put some coffee in that little shelf next to the counters, and a little cookie jar out in case Schmidt gets Nick a cookie. So that couch, along with a bunch of other stuff that I place in here, is by Pierre Sim. It's from his new collection called David's Apartment. It works so well for this build. Just like really industrial kind of style, masculine furniture and decoration pieces. Pretty perfect. So I used a lot of that. I wish the couch came in a darker brown, but you win some, you lose some. We just have a serious shortage of leather couches in The Sims. The basketball hoop in there. Oh, and this is a height chart because Schmidt tracks his height over there. Thought that was funny. And so that bike, I tried so hard with the tool mod. I swear I did, to try and make it look like it was hanging up in the corner by Nick's room. I could not get it to work, so it's just over there. I had to deal with it. You have to deal with it if you want this. So yeah, there's also a lot of shelving you'll see just randomly placed throughout the build as I am trying to figure out which shelves I want to place where. So just ignore those, along with those crazy green doors that I had for a while. They're the Domaine Duclos ones now, which I have out for a while, but I don't end up using those ones. I end up using some Maxis ones, I think, actually. But they will keep changing. And this linoleum, I feel like, might be controversial because I feel like concrete probably would look better, and everybody else probably thinks concrete would look better. And but I don't think that's what they had in there, man. I'm pretty sure they had that like middle America classroom flooring that is like definitely linoleum. So you'll see that switch back and forth as I waffle between the linoleum and the concrete, but I do stick with that blue because I'm pretty sure that's what they have in there, man. But anyways, yeah, just starting to clutter up the place. I use a lot of stuff from 6MCC Small Spaces collection. Super good. They make this, the laundry that I use in this loft, they're just smaller units, so they like fit in the one tile like they're supposed to. Just much better. But yeah, like while I was cluttering up this loft, it was so hard not to put plants in like the common area anyway, because there's just empty shelves everywhere. I did put a cactus in Nick's room. It's not taped together or anything, but F's in the chat for the lawyer girlfriend with rage issues. But yeah, so it was a struggle not to use plants, but there are no plants because I don't believe they would be Schmidt approved in the common area. Try to use just, lots of traditionally masculine decor in the common area anyway. But yeah, so there are like tissues in every room in this set also, like Kleenex boxes all over the place, so I put Kleenex boxes all over the place, so be prepared. There are tissues in every room. Yeah, starting to work on Schmidt's room here. Just gonna get this little area started. Got the new lamp from the Growing Together pack, and those curtains are from Pierre Sim. Figured that little mountain poster could be like his Norway poster that he's got in there. And I end up, that doesn't end up being a mirror. I switched that to actually a bear painting. So so there are like bears everywhere in the show, right? Like random bear posters in people's rooms, and like bear claw and all of it. So I did end up, at the end, I downloaded a bunch of bear artwork from the gallery and placed it everywhere, and it looks so good. Yeah, lots of MCM and David's apartment in here. They are totally Schmidt style. Those are both Pierre Sim CC packs. And here in the bathroom, that curtain is from MCM, I believe, as well. Those just worked really well in this loft. Yeah, figuring out what I want to do in here now. Picking the tile. I do end up making that shower stall only like 2 tiles wide because it's just super weird in there. Like I cut off the rest of it and raise it up on a platform so that the walls stay up. That's also what I did by the front door, like in between the entrance and the kitchen. There's like a 1 tile wide section that I raised up on platforms. So yeah, getting the towel racks started. Don't worry, you'll see I have them hanging there. They're gonna get all wet. They're gonna stay damp. It's gonna drive Schmidt crazy. Although, I'm gonna give them each individual little racks in a second, and it's probably still gonna be damp, because I bet Nick's using his towel. Those urinals are, I forget where I found them, on Mod The Sims, I think. I'll have them linked below, but they come in so handy. They're functional. Just a super nice item to have in your game. Like, why don't we have urinals? It's so weird. Yeah, picking out these metal benches instead. Gonna get lots of Schmidt's skincare and body care essentials here. Very cute. Just trying to make it look cluttered, like 4 people live there. Get these blue lockers going on. Light switches everywhere, obviously. And then, like, I know there aren't supposed to be windows there, but it would mess up the exterior if I took them off. So I just threw some more curtains over there. Here we go. I'm going to place some empty hooks there and then get everybody's different colored towels. Super funny. And I do end up putting like the hand sanitizer on the wall for the soap between the mirrors. But we're back in the common area now with shelves everywhere. On that table, I do end up putting like a bunch of liquor bottles and stuff to kind of make it look like that's where the bar is. The liquor bottles that I use are from the Arts line by 6MCC, and then I place a little wooden bar that is functional by Ravasheen over near Schmidt's bedroom door. So you can make drinks, but it looks like the bar is maybe that table by the basketball hoop there. Love those columns. I thought those were perfect. I do also change the TV stand in the living room to the one from Arts Line as well. Iconic different colored dining chairs and one office chair. And then I end up using those shelves by 6MCC throughout the loft as well. Just great vibes, great vibes. That table's from the Basic Collection by Harry and Felix. And then these speakers I downloaded, what are they? They're by Wandy Moon. They're off the Sims resource. I'll have those linked below. But like, why don't we just have speakers in this game either? There's the bar by Ravasheen. It's functional, and I play tested it. I do move it closer to Schmidt's bedroom door, but looks great. Got the douchebag jar out, and I'm trying to figure out how to make it look like there's maybe a sliding door, so put a spandrel and that industrial wall piece there. Went ahead and put spandrels throughout. You can kind of see a preview of what the hallway is going to be looking like in a minute here. Fill in these sports shelves. You can also see perhaps a little sneaky peek of some artwork that I had Jess paint off camera. And so here in Winston's room now, aka Theodore K. Mullins, aka Prank Sinatra. There's Ferguson the cat stuff everywhere, so he could survive while I was like building this and play testing. I do end up hiding it all pretty well, I think, since he's not technically supposed to be there in season 1. But I have his litter box in Winston's closet, and his toy box on the balcony. And that's supposed to be Comiskey Park there. Love it. Lots of basketball and sports stuff is in his room. And so here's the fire escape that I put in the building as well. So it's next to those that functional elevator actually by Rabashine. And so since these stairs don't like come with walls, you can just place them on top of each other like that. And also because this building is 4 floors tall, I am not technically supposed to be able to build a 5th story in The Sims. So I kind of had to do like a sneaky way to get up to this roof here like this. So I'm placing some tall half walls, and then I end up using some like base game shelves, I think, and size them up and place them like as the ceiling. Here we go. And then I like use the tool mod to get one of them in the middle. But again, I did test it and they can get up there, so this is functional. It's not like technically a room, but it works. Works like one. So pretty sneaky, pretty good. Just building a little deck up here with a platform. Gonna put some wood flooring on it. And a fire pit. I also do place a grill up here and some dining tables, some other dining tables that I think they had, a shit ton of plants, and some lights, and also Schmidt's golden telescope I place up here. So you'll see, yeah, obviously it finished at the end. Like I'm imagining the guy sitting up here with some beers. So I put a cooler up here. Oh yeah, lots of planter boxes. Like I tried to place lots of things for Sims to do as well in here. And usually I put plants in planters in my builds, but this was really glitchy. So I think I need to start a new save file is really what it is. But I didn't want to push it. Game struggles, you know. But yeah, this is community gardening space I'm imagining, and so lots of plants, different kinds of plants. Different people have brought furniture up here. Getting Nick's gaming console placed. And finally moving on to Jess's room. Blast from the past, how's that ass? Alright, so I downloaded this, the Hinterlands collection by Peacemaker for this bedspread because look how perfect it is. Amazing. And here I finally figure out how I want to do all the closets pretty much in this build, or well, at least hers and Winston's are like this. But I'm placing those barn doors, which are functional on their own, but those are by 6MCC. They have a whole collection called For the Love of Barn Doors. It's really great, highly recommend. But yeah, putting that with some like regular base game arches, I think, and then I used the Felix and Harry basic like closet. You'll see the built-in closets. But anyways, tons of color in this room. That wall shade is base game, and look how perfect it is. Actually, love it. Pillows are also from that same Hinterlands collection. I think the headboard that I use is MCM. But yeah, I give her lots of like knitting clutter and books, and she's got a cute little record player in there. I give her, like, you'll see it later, I find a cute green bookshelf that I put in here, and that shelf for the sugar skulls ends up being really cute in here as well. And I alt place a bunch of crafty looking supplies in there. but how perfect is that desk? I think that's from the high school years pack. Here I am giving her lots of knitting supplies. Tons of fun artwork on the wall. You can see I was struggling trying to figure out what to put over here. That's where I end up putting the sugar skull shelf. But for now, I couldn't figure it out. The dresser that Nick helped build is not a fluffer. Alright, here's the Harry and Felix basic, like built-in closet situation that I use for her. And I just filled that up with clothes and shoes and makeup. But back into Schmidt's room here. He's just a riddle he can't even solve. But so here he's supposed to have like some filled in old windows, I think. So I'm placing those Domaine Duclos wall hangings with the MCM like wood panels. And just kind of pretending like that's some filled in windows. So I end up using that in the other guys' bedrooms as well, because they're supposed to have like actual windows in their rooms in the set, but the building does not support that. So that's what I do. Just using the same basic closet stuff over here for Schmidt. I give him very neat and orderly, all of his very neat shoes. Everything is folded and color-coded. Trying to fit that mirror in here. I think that painting actually ends up being a bear too, anyways. Here's Nick's room, who has two perfectly good forks at the end of his arms. Tried to make his room look just super cluttered. Like his room is obviously the messiest in the loft. I put laundry and just clutter all over his floor. There's boxes filling up his closet. This is actually one of the first shows that my husband and I watched together. And so one of our first, I don't know, it's obviously not an inside joke, but things that we would say to each other all the time is, "Give me a cookie, got you cookie." So that's still that's still a common phrase in my house. All thanks to Nick Miller. And it does look like I have actually finally placed the doors that I'm going to be using for realsies in this build for the interior spaces. I think those are from the high school years pack. Still rocking this concrete right now though. Get his big desk in here, and that's not how his the curtain situation ends up being. You'll see, obviously, but just trying to work on the spacing of everything right now. The randomly huge lamp over there. And then I use a bunch of those metal crates from the David's apartment, those ones, in here too. This is where I find the sugar skull shelf. Decide that I need to use that. Just a bunch of those crates everywhere. Trying to get music posters and stuff for him in there. And I had him take a picture with Schmidt to put on his wall. I thought that was super cute. Get his little red futon over here. Indecision. Then yeah, I'm just gonna add a bunch more junk. Random clutter and boxes all over his room since he is random and cluttered himself. Back to Winston's room now. Super modern desk in there. Quick hallway table there. Little detour. Oh, and here I'm showing you the painting that I had Jess make. And then I downloaded these murals from the gallery to put in Winston's room. And I do end up darkening that wall too so that it kind of blends in a little bit better. But I thought that was super funny. I feel like that's an iconic bookcase for some reason in his room. Like it's in almost every scene that they have in Winston's room. So I was really happy that we had it. I think it's from like the Island Living pack too. So random. Oh, here's that bookshelf that I wanted put in here. I made it fit. Don't you worry, I made it fit. Love that Felixander chair and ottoman, by the way. Finishing up with the little laundry area here. And if you like the build, please like the video, subscribe for more Sims builds. Here are the Sims from the gallery. Thanks for watching and enjoy the tour.